What's up everyone? Welcome to what is very likely going to go down in history as the worst idea since hiking began. But before I begin, let me give you a little bit of context. So currently in Houghton Plains National Park in Sri Lanka. It's the only one in Sri Lanka you're allowed to actually walk in. The rest have to be escorted and such. And this is home to two of the best sites in Sri Lanka. One I won't reveal in case I don't make it, and the other one, which I'm heading for now, is called Kirigalpotha. Second highest mountain in Sri Lanka, 8,000 feet. The tallest one you can't actually walk up, you're not allowed to, because the top of it has loads of army shit and some shit like that. You can't walk up it anyway, you have to drive up, and you only get like 3/4 anyway. So this is the tallest one that actually counts. So I was going to do this one today and then do the other hike tomorrow, which is about 10 kilometers. This one is about 15. But on arrival I learned that this park is not 2,000 rupees to get into, it's 4,000, which is approximately 40 times what the locals pay. And I understand there's a bit of a price difference because tourism and that, but 40 times is a bit excessive and I'm feeling stingy, so I don't want to come twice, once today, once tomorrow. So here's the thing, I'm going to try and do them both in the same day. And for the record, doing both in the same day is not the bad idea. You can do that. Some people do try it, but you have to start at like 6 in the morning, right? And this is the thing. Right now it's 1:30 p.m. Gets dark at about 6. So I have 4.5 hours to ascend Sri Lanka's tallest mountain and then another long ass hike, totaling about, I don't know, 25 kilometers. So I've kind of got to get a move on. Also, I have precisely this much water to last me, about half a litre, maybe a little bit more, and I have literally 7 biscuits to my name, so this could go terribly. So while there is slight remnants of what was once maybe a walking track, I am trying to make some time. And anyone who knows the state of my limbs will know this is, well, I'm going to end up with a pile of dust. And to be honest, if I only complete Kiri, whatever it's fucking called, in a day, in a few hours, I'll be fucking stoked, because this allegedly takes about 6 to 10 hours or so, including stops for removing leeches and taking pictures and catching breath. But man is in a rush, man's got shit to do, man's got money to save, so can't be fucking around. So, to summarise, I am the most underprepared prick in the universe, and I'm going to prove that you can save money by... Oh shit! Alright, don't save money. Legs are already being dominated by various creatures and plants, but I'm not going to check them because it'll put me off. Also, apologies if anything I'm saying is incoherent from either the wind or my gradual cardiac arrest. The path that led into the forest, not too sure how I feel about that. It's very wet and sluggy, spidery, mosquito-y. Anyway, a quick pause for appreciation of how brilliant and isolated this place is. Sri Lanka really is pushing for that #1 spot in my favourite places list. This is brilliant. Although it does look a bit like I'm walking some rain. Look at this. Best get a fucking move on, cunt. We're dipping. Fucking fashion icon, mate. Tuck them in because fuck leeches. The little moist fucking things. Oh no, I've just stepped in a fucking thing. Oh, what the fuck? Nightmare, boys. This is also one of the actually least traversed trails in Sri Lanka because of how difficult it is, how long it takes and stuff. But for the record, for anyone watching this looking to do the same hike, it's not that hard. Maybe I had high expectations of it, I think it's going to be solid, but it's alright. Mate, I am parkour master. I take back everything I've said about this being decent. A fucking spider landed on my arm and it was massive. This suddenly just got horrid. Where the fuck is this mountain? Why am I in a forest? Much to my family's disgust, I've actually forgotten what the forest is called that Gollum leads Sam and Frodo through when he decides to take him to Shelob's lair. But this feels very much like that. Bloody hell. What the fuck's that in the lens? Get off! Fucking prick. I'm suddenly quite stoked that I've got a rush actually. The less time spent in this spider nest, the better. Parkour Master V2. Sound effects help. Oh no, that was gross. What the fuck is this place? Mate, that's not the way, surely. But I'm persevering in the name of England and Grimsby. I'm reclaiming this mountain, even if it fucking kills me. 40 minutes in, I feel like I'm making good time, but I've got no idea where I am. I am starting to dislike a few things though. You know, things with legs, wings, breathing, which sucks a bit at the minute. Just a quick break to take my first sip of the journey, and all phobias aside, this is excellent. Listen to how silent it is. This is what I like about Sri Lanka. It's really like uncensored. Very cliche word to use, but it's raw, you know what I mean? Honestly, fucking ace. It is, however, getting very steep, very tiring. For anyone watching this, here for like watching the journey, not for my language, I do really apologise for swearing so often. If you're going to jog the first half of the route, then about 50 minutes in, it's going to get extremely slippery. Genuine tip. And that's the reason this is supposed to be done in the morning. It's drier, sunnier, clearer, nicer to do. But I just got here late and I was not going to miss this for the fucking world. Branch there as well, boys. I am starting to feel the fatigue a little. I'm about an hour deep. I'd like to guess that I'm about a kilometre away. But if I make this in under 2 hours, I'll be buzzing. I will literally be the fastest man in the world. I've actually got not one stitch, but two. One here. Fuck off. One here. Surely, I get off, you prick. I can't even be asked to shout at trees anymore. Do you know what I mean? But I think we're nearly there. I'm not even going to lie about it, boys. I'm struggling a bit. My pulse is rattling my whole neck. An hour and 10 minutes deep. There could be a while to go yet. I don't know. Hopefully not. In fact, it looks like there's a while to go. I think we're going up that. Over there. Could be another couple of kilometres, but we're going to make it. We're definitely going to make this one before sunset. Holy fuck. Look at this. Oh my fucking hell. This is very windy, and this is the path. It's literally that wide. I can't tell if I'm in awe of that or petrified. Fuck! It's literally less than 2 footsteps wide and then a drop. I believe this is the bit you need hiking shoes and a guide for. But we've come this far. Mate, this is unbelievable. I've never seen something like this before. Fuck me, look at this. One big drop, an even bigger drop into the abyss. It does get a bit wider now though. I'm really sorry if this is windy, like the sound, but it is very strong up here. Trying quite hard not to get blown off one of the sides. This is honestly insane in both the good and bad sense of the word. It's also very, very cold compared to the 30 degrees or 25 maybe that it started at. But I think this thin part means we're near the top. Are you ready, boys? 3, 2. And we fucking made it. Welcome to the peak of Kirigalpotha, or however it's pronounced, the highest accessible peak in Sri Lanka. 8,000 fucking feet. 1 hour, 23 minutes and 31 seconds. Not a bad time at all, that, I don't reckon, for 7 kilometres. And this view behind me, or the lack of one, is the reason this is not a very often traversed pass, because there isn't a view to reward you at the end. There's just a lot of fog, and that's why this is called the cloud forest. This is the biggest cloud forest in Sri Lanka as well. It just means there's fog everywhere all the time because of the climate, and you're also going to do this in the morning. It's a little bit clearer at that time of day. But I think it's time for a celebratory biscuit. Might be a little bit broken. Yeah. It's a bit damaged, but I think this is officially the highest malted milk in Sri Lanka. You know what? Biscuits taste better at 8,000 feet. Cheers, boys. I've also been a bit damaged by the ascent, but this is also the highest cramo in the world. I've never been this high before. I think I've only ever done like 4,000 feet, maybe 5 or something. This is 8. So I'm buzzing. Today is already a good day. This really is quite an odd feeling. It's very strange to know that you're like 2,500, 3,000 meters up, but you've got absolutely no point of reference. You can't see anything either side now to tell you how high you are. You just have to like accept it and not fall off. But what an exceptional fucking place. To anyone looking to do this and you read online that you need to go with someone like a guide or a group of friends because it's dangerous and it takes a long time, it's bullshit. You don't. I'm one guy, I'm not an experienced hiker at all. I just like walking on things. Wasn't that difficult, to be honest. Just tiring. Take your time. You can easily do it in 2 hours maximum. And yes, it's worth it. It's just a cool place to visit. Get it done. Anyway, it's now 3:15. We're on our way down. I reckon it'll take another hour and a half roughly to get down again, because we did jog part of the way the first time and it's slippery going down anyway. That'll take us to 5:15, which means we'll have about an hour and a half maximum to do the second one, there and back. I don't know, let's see when we get there, but I reckon it's doable. Let's fucking see, shall we? Anyway, lack of memory on this SD card means I'm not going to film much for the way down. I'm just going to do it, get it over and done with as quick as possible. So, see you at the bottom, boys. That's gone terribly. Bloody hell. I also want to quickly expand on something I said at the top, that you don't need a guide, don't even need to be careful, just fucking go and do it. It's not dangerous. Well, that's true for naive 22-year-olds that think they're immortal. If you're a bit older or a bit less active in general, then it would be wise to get a guide. I think they're free anyway. And take your time, because if you do hurt yourself, no one's going to find you for a while, so just don't be an idiot. Also, a couple of quick bits of advice for that route I've just done. Number one, if you get lost, don't worry, use the compass on your phone and keep heading west, and I promise you'll find it. And number two, definitely do that. Tuck jeans into your fucking socks, because there's a lot of long grass bits when you get lost, which I've done a few times, and I don't wish to imagine what would have crawled up if I hadn't done that, so do that. Alright, so we are officially down, back to the beginning. We have been to what looks like the end of the world and back, but it was not the end of the world, it was just a mountain. Sharp drops, and you couldn't see a lot. But what we're going to next is actually the end of the world. It is literally called the world's end, and with good reason. I'm going to show you why when we get there. You may also have realised it's spitting a bit, slash torrential downpour, but we're going to persevere anyway. It is 4:30, so the descent just took an hour and a quarter, ascent took an hour and a half, so 4:30 means we have about an hour and 45 minutes maximum before it gets dark, so let's fucking get on with it. Getting quite damp, spirits are still untouched though, we're doing it. And this ascent is way easier anyway. Look at this. It's an actual path, so it's deep. This is the most common route in Sri Lanka, I believe. The World's End and Baker's Falls, because it's quite an easy one, as you can see. Much more travelled than the big ass mountain we just did.
Normally ours is 3.5 hours. You can't go this time. You go is our risk.
What if I'm really fast?
No man, no sir, you can't. You want to go around, not enough time.
I don't think you'll make it, sir. I don't think you'll make it, sir. We just walked really fast because of the rain from the mini, sir, and it took so long, and we're really walking already.
Disaster has struck. As you can probably see by that footage, I just got told off by one of the park staff members that I have to close in 40 minutes, and there's not enough time to get there. So I had to promise that I was only going to go to the mini one, which is 2 kilometers away. I kind of lied. I'm going to run to the big one so we can see it before I go, because I'm not paying to come in again just to do half a route. Let's get a fucking move on, cunt. I said I was going to get back there for 5:30, and I'm going to. I've got 40 minutes, got about 8 kilometers to do. Luckily I'm the fastest man in the world. Let's get it. This is not a great running surface, Clive, but we've got shit to do. I may be very wet and very muddy, but I'm driven. I feel like Bilbo Baggins running out of the Shire. Man's on an adventure, a good ankle-breaking adventure. I'm going to break an ankle off 5. Bollocks. Oh, I'm going to make it. Apparently it's not possible to reach it and come back in that time, but I'm about to prove why Britain had a far greater empire than Sri Lanka. We are, I don't know what the word is, we get shit done. This is what's known as Little World End, 270 metres high, a lot smaller than Big World End. Let's continue. The GoPro's just informed me there's no more storage space, but I have a mission to complete and a promise to honour, so I'm continuing quickly. We're going to World's End. Alright, so it is now the next morning. My phone didn't work all night. Not very waterproof as it turns out. But to finish off what I was saying, that is the World's End. It's so cold because it's 2,500 foot sheer drop to the bottom, aka falling off the edge of the world, and it's mint. Quite cloudy yesterday, as you can see by that clip in the video, but it's still a cool place to visit. I did actually get back at 5:28 p.m, so I made it. I'm not getting exiled from Sri Lanka anytime soon for overstay my welcome. So this just goes to show that you can do both those things in one day. And in fact, I did both of them in 4 hours. Well, 3 hours and 58 minutes, although I absolutely do not recommend that. I recommend taking your time, but they are both possible in the same day. But 4 hours for 25 kilometers or 24 maybe, about 15 miles of hiking / jogging through mountains, goes to show that the English are not only conquerors of all landscapes, impermeable to all weather, but also punctual, and we keep our promises. All my clothes are soaked and filthy, as is the rest of the contents of my bag. And if you want to like this video in honour of my valiant efforts, then I would appreciate it. I am literally the fastest man in the universe. Other than that, cheers for watching. I've got a long day of trains to go and chilling and achy legs. So catch you tomorrow. Cheers boys, see you in a bit.